looks different because both of you are different. And so it looks different from the perspective of what you need, you don't need. What you need, you don't need. Right? So now it's almost like as parents, you're having to learn your kids again because now you're in different places.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't feel like doing that.
I know that's right.
Come on, it's some work.
Tell the truth and shame the devil, okay?
Sometimes
I don't feel like doing it either.
Me neither.
You just don't feel like doing it. You like,
That's real.
shoot.
Did I sign up?
Yeah, right. Y'all better know before y'all start having kids, honey. You don't get rid of them. They stay
Like roaches.
forever, forever. Forever.
Hey, y'all. As you can see,
We got a special guest.
yes.
Our big sister.
Our big sister. I am the oldest.
Ariel's twin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all might have thought me and Ariel looked alike, but y'all see they really look alike. Just playing, y'all. This is our mom. And it's only right that we welcome her to Life with C and Arie because she gave us life.
Yeah.
Like,
So welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is her debut on camera, so
Yeah.
be kind.
Yeah.
I don't care. Ain't nobody talking about you. I'm saying y'all be kind to my mama.
She's
That's
saying
right.
she don't care.
Oh, okay.
Kind or not. She's
Okay.
fine. Flourishing.
Cool. Okay, so as you know, we're doing our 30 for 30 challenge.
Yes.
This is day 750. At this point, I really don't know what day it is, but it'll be in the title. So we just wanted to invite you on here because why not? And I think it's the most appropriate that we have our parents on here as one of our guests. If we're going to include guests, might as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into it.
Okay, I got my little notes.
Yes.
Thank you guys for inviting me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Opportunity. We talked about this before we got on camera.
You're welcome. This opportunity. You're welcome.
Yes, you are welcome. You're welcome for that. Yeah, no, thank you guys seriously for inviting me on to your 30 for 30.
Yes.
Yes, 30 for 30 with C and Arie.
Yes.
Yes, the creator of them both.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
It's only right for her to be our first guest.
Whew, pressure.
Yes.
No pressure. The pressure is
The
getting
pressure
worse.
is getting worse.
No pressure. No pressure.
What's up?
All right.
Let's go.
All right. So you're a mom. You've been our mom for a while.
Yeah.
How is it? How has it been navigating? We could just start in the present. How has it been navigating living with adult children?
Yeah.
Just us coming back home several times. And we talk about us moving out like 6 times and moving back in. So
You know what? That's a really good and fair question to ask. It was a challenge only from a perspective of, so as you know, you guys away college, we got an empty nest. Yes, empty house. It's what you want your kids to do, right? You grow up, you go away to college, and you guys stayed away for a good minute. And so the circumstances as to the reason why you had to come back home, though, we were okay with.
Yeah, it
right?
made it easier.
It did. It made
COVID.
it made it easier because we felt if you were here, it was safe, right? It was so much unrest that we your dad and I, we weren't okay with you guys being in
it was
Atlanta.
COVID and a lot going on as far as
social unrest.
George.
Yes.
Rest
So
in peace, George.
we were okay, you know, which is why we made some modifications. And it was okay. We were glad to have you back. Now,
it's about to be 5 years.
Yeah.
well,
it is.
It is.
In 2 months.
Here's my perspective on it. And yes, you all are grown. It was a challenge to navigate a relationship with you being grown. So that was a challenge within itself, right? It was a challenge for me, challenge for your dad. I can't even speak for him, but it was a challenge for me because parenting had to look different. We still parenting, right? We're gonna always parent, and no one ever said that, right? You thinking that once your kids are grown in college, you out the house, right? You don't need me no lies.
Yeah,
lies.
The lies they tell.
The lies,
or that they don't even tell.
So, just kind of navigating through that, and it looking different. It definitely looks different. And it looks different because both of you are different. And so it looks different from the perspective of what you need, you don't need. What you need, you don't need. Right? So now it's almost like as parents, you're having to learn your kids again because now you're in different places.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't feel like doing that.
I know that's right.
It's some work.
Tell the truth and say the truth, okay?
Sometimes
I don't feel like doing it either.
Me neither.
You just don't feel like doing it. You like, shoot.
Did I sign up?
Yeah, right. Y'all better know before y'all start having kids, honey. You don't get rid of them. They stay
like roaches
forever. Forever.
Okay.
But I will say, I am definitely grateful that I think we raised some pretty good kids.
Yeah, I'm pretty great.
And we didn't have issues or problems, with you guys. So that piece of it makes it easy, right? So
we probably started giving you more hell as adults, huh?
And yeah, you did. You did. You really did, because then you guys got to the place of, well, I know it all. I know this, I know that, and it's like, no, not really, but okay, well, all right, cool. Figure it out, and although as parents, you try to say to you guys, you know what? I see where you're going. I'm trying to be some assistance. I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But why recreate the wheel? Just why? But for strong
black women?
No. Strong-minded,
stubborn,
strong-willed,
stubborn.
Jack. I'm looking at both.
Independent
individuals. You get the pushback, and so when you get the pushback, you just, as parents, you say, "Oh, okay." I had to learn that. I had to learn that because it's almost like, man, I'm trying to help y'all, right? Well, y'all don't have to go down that road. You don't have to make that decision. But if you're so strong-willed in what it is that you want, as someone always says, I want to do it for myself.
That's me. That's me.
If I want to do the right person. Yeah. If I want to do it, I want to do it for myself. I want to see for myself. And you just say, oh, okay.
Like, they tell me how hot the stove is, and I just say, or they tell me the stove is hot, and I'll be like, I want to see how hot it is.
Like, because
maybe your fingertips is weak,
or
you got weak fingertips. Ooh. So let me see.
Girl.
To find out that you get burned.
Yeah.
Oh,
Either way, it hurts.
Healing.
Yes.
But yeah, so I am, your dad, that's so interesting. Your dad and I just said the other day, your dad said the other day, not that I disagree with him. He said, I'm glad that my girls are at home.
Really?
He just said it the other
Interesting.
day.
Like a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago.
Actually, it was the other day.
All the days are running together. That's all you need to know.
No,
it was 2 months ago.
It was yesterday.
It was 2 months ago.
It was yesterday. So,
okay.
But yeah, I know I gave you a long, roundabout answer, but
yes.
Okay.
Something to note: she does not like roundabout answers.
No. That was cool though.
No. We be too long-winded. She be talking to me and telling me but we're going to do that this time.
No. You're a
against
guest.
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Arie do be
Mama
long-winded
rule in
sometimes.
this piece. Mom's rule.
Okay. All right.
If you okay.
So no, what I will say, you are your personality. So interesting. Both of you have both of our personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You are a lot of your dad's demeanor, though.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to telling the story, when it comes to, so you guys can be very direct and, give me details.
Yeah,
right?
No
Short,
details.
no details. Yes, XYZ happened, and I'd be like, well, how did that happen?
Yeah,
when did it happen?
because
did they say this? And
yes,
I need context.
Yeah, they don't give the who, what, when, where, why, and how. They just give the. It's like half of what.
Yeah,
it ain't even really what it. Because how did you get there?
They mix it all in together.
What's
they give
the
you
real
A.
tea?
They give you A and Z.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we
Because
want the in
know.
between.
That's all you need to
And
know.
then when you start asking questions, they do a little XYZ, and then they go G. If you don't tell me how we connect,
so the way our brain works, our brains are like I don't know if y'all brain work like this either, but it's a link. So in my brain, I can literally go from A to Z, and I give you a summary of like the whole. But I can go from that lotion is green to my shoes are brown to it's raining outside, and it makes brown grass. So now you know what I'm saying.
And then our brains work with that lotion is green. Okay, but it smells really good, and it's really soft, and the texture of it. So we sticking with the lotion.
Yeah,
y'all go.
Yeah.
And we be lost in the sauce.
Yeah. They literally have conversations in their head that we don't know about it.
I have to work on
like
that.
They'll sit there and be like, yeah, but them shoes though. Wait a minute, hold on. We were just talking about the grass.
I'm telling you, like the links in my head be crazy. I go from A to Z in my brain and then out loud it just
So okay. So go ahead.
Okay, so to our point of navigating adult children, when we were younger, and this includes my brother too. We also have an older brother. We talk about him sometimes, but was there like a life that you thought we would have, or did you have a dream for us, or hope, or something like that for us, or expectations that you had, not just placed on us, but like when my kids, I would think my kids would be married by 30. You know, just stuff like that.
I did. I did
because we did everything we were supposed to do. I thought so.
You gonna let her?
You know what? I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad because we all thought so. Okay.
But here's the other piece of that caveat. Times are different. Times are so different. So, your dad and I say this all the time. If I had to date in this era, I would be single because the crap that I see, no, thank you. Absolutely not.
I feel it in my chest. Go ahead, though.
But no, seriously. So the times were definitely different. And yes, so there was that expectation of. I mean, what did we used to tell you guys? High school, college. So yes, that part was definitely drilled. Because we knew that. One, you had the potential. We knew that it was in you, right? You guys were learners anyway, right? So it's not that you struggled, you excelled at it. So it wasn't like it was hard or challenging or difficult. So we wanted that experience for all of you. And I guess, we did expect. I'm only hesitating because I don't know if I had a real serious expectation of, they're going to get married by 30. And I don't know if I had that real expectation. So I just definitely wanted you guys to be self-sustaining, happy, in your careers and doing what you guys love, right? So we definitely wanted that. So whatever it looks like, I don't think we were just like, well, they gotta get married. I don't think that. We definitely prayed for the men.
Keep praying, child.
That God will send your way. that they will be God-fearing men, that they will love God, and most importantly, love you. Because if they're loving God, then their love for you will come. And when you hear people talk about submission and women submit and all of that, it's easy to submit to a husband who is following God, who is listening to him, who is walking upright and righteous. It's easy to submit.
And who's a great leader.
Absolutely.
But when you know how to follow, you can lead.
Absolutely.
I feel like great leaders know how to follow.
Absolutely.
I said that before too, that I think a lot of times people think following God. Now we talked about this before, religion versus relationship, but following God is so like, ooh. But when you follow him, it produces certain characteristics in you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because we're made in his image.
Right.
So we're made in his likeness. And so, when you take out the religious crap and you focus it on the personal relationship, which is what it is, then it almost like it takes that pressure off of you as an individual, as to these religious expectations. And I did air quotes because people follow religion, and it's not about religion. You forget that it's about your personal relationship with God. So so we went there, but
you're just saying that you want them to be God-fearing. And
oh, for sure. And they have to love you gotta love my girls, my women. I take nothing less than that. And
what does that look like?
It.
Amen.
Thank you.
Loving y'all.
Yeah, just like, what does love look like to you in a romantic way? Like, how did you know that when Daddy approached you?
Oh, okay, we're going there.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of going backwards, but when Daddy approached you, how did you know, like, okay, this is love? Because you had a couple experiences before him.
I did.
So what about him saying, okay, I'll give it an opportunity?
That's a good question. I think for me, I wanted someone, or I wanted somebody who was funny, somebody who
got that.
Yeah, you better be careful with your ass because he play too much.
He play way too
much. I wanted somebody who would protect, who would have my best interests at heart. I mean, I was spoiled.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was spoiled. So somebody who's gonna follow suit. Not follow suit in the sense of I'm controlling, but follow suit in the sense of
this is what I would like.
This is what you get.
This is who I am.
This is who I am. Yeah. I mean, I had older brothers, so that's older brothers, the youngest, the baby of all of them, and to this day, 10 toes down, they will protect their baby sister at all costs for whatever it is. I can call them to this day. But yeah, so somebody who would be just authentic, caring, kind. Yeah.
So when he approached you, you saw all of this?
No.
Yeah, you gonna let her tell it? Come on now. Like,
no.
Are we interviewing you? Is your name Angie?
No, not at first. No, seriously, no, not at first. Because when I first met him, he was. So, and I preached about this being my type, right? When you're looking for this certain type,
it doesn't come in the package that you want.
It doesn't come in the package that you want. Not always, from an appearance perspective. However, the package is there that you need.
Did you think he was ugly?
I didn't think it. No,
Oh.
Yeah, because what kind of package?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted light skin.
Okay.
I mean, he was tall.
yeah.
But light skin and the crazy stuff that we put out there. But no, my husband is handsome, honey. Handsome. Yes, he's fine.
He's fine. He's fine. Okay, so how long did it take for you to be smitten?
You know, it did not take long at all because your dad he had that personality, that characteristic that you couldn't help but to laugh at his stuff.
I mean, he funny though. Was he one of those?
He funny. He got a job.
I mean,
no, he it was so funny. Yeah, no, he just had that personality that was just like, he was so funny. So it didn't take me long for him to woo me.
He laughed you right out your drawers, huh?
Not exactly.
Oh, okay.
Not exactly.
All right.
Not exactly.
No. I mean,
Yeah, he's
after the car.
Yeah, he bought her a car. How long were y'all together before? It wasn't long. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I just found out about the car. I didn't know. So.
You didn't know about the car?
No, I found out when I think it was at a family function. I was like, what is this?
A man with intention.
Yes.
I got my car. I don't need a man to buy me unless you want me to. Unless you want to. But anyway.
See?
That's good. That's some good stuff. Okay, so at what moment did you know, like, okay, I'm locked in?
After the car.
That'll
No,
do it.
no.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
I'm like, I need more.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's a good question. When we really just started to like just grow the relationship, and it was, this is the guy.
It was natural.
It wasn't forced. It wasn't it was really just kind of natural.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Any more questions about the relationship?
No, not about them.
Yeah,
It's more because I know in this podcast we're gonna navigate the life, love, and also your career, how you know where you came from versus where you are now as far as career wise. So I think relationship stuff, I'm pretty good on it because I know y'all story type, like,
but do they know,
I mean, that's fair, but I'm just, as far as lessons learned, what is the biggest lesson that you what's one thing you want to share when it comes to relationships? Like, what's one big advice you would like to give?
We can do the wisdom piece after every. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That you would like to share to us and to the audience.
Man.
To gain it in.
That's a good question. I think with being married 31 years, there is...
First of all.
Right.
Sorry. 31. Yes.
There's a lot of relationship advice or wisdom. I wouldn't say advice, right? I would say wisdom, because what works for one may not work for all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a one fix all situation. So one wisdom that I could share, and I share this often because I think this is so important. Create your own canvas, right? Always look at your life, your marriage from a blank canvas state. And you get the opportunity to leave me alone, Ariel. You get the opportunity to have your life to look the way that you want it to, right? And not to mimic it after someone else. And then, as you are painting your canvas or drawing it or whatever, if you both find that, okay, that didn't work, erase it. It's the two of you, right? So erase it and redo it, or change it, but having it to emulate or look like someone else's, and when you have that mindset, it won't work out. And the other piece is give each other grace. And what do I mean by that, and what does that look like? I got married young, right? And
you're 23.
yes. And so the lens of what I was looking through was a 23-year-old's lens. Now, my 30-year-old lens, 40-year-old lens, 50-year-old lens, all of those lenses look different. Well, you grow. You grow as an individual, you grow as a couple, you grow as parents, you know, and so give each other the grace to grow.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that is good.
You're wise.
I think that's good.
You're wise. I will say, because with you, I know when you were dating, someone asked you what relationships do you admire or want to emulate, I guess. And what was your response?
Yeah, I said nobody. So that's good. I'm actually surprised that you said that. For real, because I'm like, I love y'all relationship, but I just know I'm different than y'all are. So I don't want my relationship to look like yours. And it's pieces that I can take from it, for sure.
Absolutely. But here's the thing, there are pieces that you will take out of it, because those are those pieces that you said, oh, I like that. You know, that, and also you and your dad's personalities. So some of those pieces will
I can't help but do it.
Because it's a piece of your personality, just like Ariel. Well, y'all both have both of ours. It's that's interesting. It's a really good kind of mix that you both have. But anyway, so yeah, I wouldn't want you to want it to look like mine.
Yeah. We also had someone who said that they were a bad influence on us because we weren't married yet in their marriage. You know, they weren't setting a good example for us. So it's almost like a dig. They try to give a dig, like, oh, y'all not married yet. And we sitting right here married, showing y'all a good example. And we just like, we don't want to copy our relationship.
Well, here's what I say to something like that.
Find it.
I'm not gonna say anything to something like that.
You know what?
Because that's their perspective, and they are entitled to their perspective. And it wasn't your parents who said it.
No, it wasn't.
So, yeah, you know, sometimes you have to.
When they go low,
yeah, you can go high,
or lower.
Or you can just give them a shoulder.
Okay.
And keep it moving. Take what applies, release what doesn't. Let it roll off like a duck. Let it roll off my back. Okay. That's all I have brought up.
Okay. We're going to move on.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Okay, so ask her about the career.
I
mean, that is kind of
like what?
Yeah.
Camera.
Transition.
Yeah, you're right. That was bad interviewing. All right, so as a mother, because you did get married young, how did you navigate career as a young mother? Really starting off as a stay-at-home mom and then kind of transitioning into the daycare and all that stuff.
Ooh, girl, I don't even know if y'all have time for all of that because that was a lot. So I was blessed to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. And I know everyone is not blessed to be able to do that, but I was. And so, which was a good thing for us, because that just allowed me to be present, be available to all of you guys. And yeah, it was challenging though. I ain't gonna lie. At the beginning, it was definitely challenging because, I mean, you got 3 different personalities that you are trying to learn. Kids don't come with a manual. There is no manual. Okay, so when they do this, okay, go to the manual, flip it up. Like there is no manual. So you just do the best that you can. And yeah.
She having PTSD right now. I'm sorry to have to take you back. It's okay. It's okay.
No. Well, you know what? Here, I will say this. I didn't have bad kids. So
your son is debatable. My brother.
He might be like that book, that Bad David.
No, David.
No, David. He was very active.
He was a challenger.
He was very active. Yes, he was. So, my God. So, which is thank God I was a stay-at-home mom, so that I was able to go up to the school and show my face and be present with him and his teachers, which is what I needed, because I did not want my kids to be labeled something unnecessarily just because an individual does not know how to teach one child. And this child has too much energy, so now let's label this child. This is what we're not gonna do. And so I am grateful, and I feel so blessed to have been able to go to the school, show my face, show my presence, and say I am an involved parent, and this is what we're going to do, and give my suggestions on, okay, well, let's do this, well, we can do this. But yes, he was a challenge. So I would have you all in your double stroller up at the elementary school. I was the room mom, so any little party that they had or whatever, I'm there with the double stroller. Girls in the double stroller, we going to the school. But and the school knew Mrs. Smith, so. But I think getting involved, so I just went around.
No, you're good. It was around the merry-go. But
my career.
Yeah. So yeah, you started as a home.
Yeah, you gotta give context.
Yeah.
You gotta go through A, B, C, and D.
Okay,
yes.
So B.
Yeah, E now. I'm just
well, currently.
No. Okay, so
the
transition from stay at home to running the daycare. We don't gotta go deep in.
Yeah, we owned the daycare center, which is actually we owned it. And so it was a real daycare center because my kids were there. And so we wanted to.
You don't gotta convince the people that it was real.
Okay. Well, I just mean, because when you say daycare, no, this was we set it up like a space, like a center. Mm-hmm. And what we were teaching, right? So we had a curriculum. Because you guys were in the Christian school at the time, and we mimicked the Christian curriculum, the Abeka curriculum, and we mimicked that into what we were doing for the kids. So. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we were teaching. Mm-hmm. So we had teachers. We had a 3-year-old classroom, a 2-year-old classroom, 4 and 5-year-old classroom, and then after school. So before and after school for the school age kids. So we did that for a while, and then I transitioned to being a substitute teacher. And yes, I did some subbing for, oh my gosh, I did some subbing for a while. And did that for a few years. And it's so interesting how the subbing came about. Your basketball coach, Hill, had asked me, I was at a basketball game in your freshman year, and she asked me would I take over her maternity leave. And so that's really how
interesting.
Yeah, that's really how it all kind of started, when she asked me if I would do her maternity leave, and I was like, sure. And it went from one maternity leave to another person's maternity
sabbaticals,
leave.
Surgeries.
So I did both of Hill kids' maternity leave. Somebody else in the health department, I did both of her kids. So, and then I just
put a pin in it real quick. Our mom was our substitute. Our dad was our substitute as well. Can y'all imagine?
Substitute and coach.
Yeah, can you imagine just being with your parents all day? I felt like I was in a purgatory or something. Like, did I do something wrong? Okay, go ahead.
Take the pen out.
Okay, the pen is out.
And let me tell you about Cynthia. She didn't care anyway.
I did a little bit.
She pretended like she didn't see you, like it didn't matter, and so it wasn't like she was listening anyway. So,
but I can say towards the end of like my senior year and stuff like that, I started taking advantage. Oh, I'm going to classrooms.
Yeah.
So
write me a note.
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
One time, no, y'all did, and here I am writing notes.
But it wasn't as obvious because we didn't want Mrs. Smith on every single note.
No.
But we had to.
But it was a benefit. Like towards the end, I was grateful that she was there. Like my senior year, I think I had senior pictures. Didn't know she let me borrow her Tiffany. I think that's the one I wore too. To let me borrow her Tiffany and her earrings. Gave me some little lip gloss, and we got it together.
Hilarious. I didn't know that.
That's too funny. Okay.
You
sure did. You sure did, girl. I was unprepared. What you do? Prepare me.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. So after the substituting and the coaching, well, you stayed coaching for a while.
I did stay coaching for a while. I stayed coaching for a while until a opportunity
every time
presented itself for me to be a head coach, and so I took that position, and I was a head track and field coach for 10 years. So which was really good.
Okay.
Which was really cool.
So after substituting,
was there any changes in education?
Yes.
During those time periods.
Yes. So I got a master's in psychology, and I was still substituting at the time. Really thought that I was gonna go into the teaching aspect, really, and
like school psychology.
But it just didn't. It just wasn't my. It just it was not.
It's only some special folks who can be doing that.
And so God was really like, okay, I've got something else for you, and I was reluctant to do it. After I left substituting, I'm gonna go back a little. I went and worked for the Regional Office of Education, and I did that for a while. And while I was there, COVID struck, and what I learned from that job was there were young kids who had some mental health issues, and families who really needed help and resources. And so it was really a burden on me that how can I help and assist in this way? So I was so reluctant because I was like, it was a 2-year program to go back and get a master's in counseling to be a mental health therapist. However, I will say this, it was nothing but the grace of God, because each program 4.0. Each program 4.0. So it was, we talking older. We're talking
older, working a full-time job,
right? Working, coaching, full time. So it was definitely a challenge, but that's how you know when the grace of God is on you. It's on you. And you have the ability to do something that you really don't think that when you start out doing it, you really don't think that you're able to do it. So, yes. So I have a master's in psychology and a master's in mental health counseling. And I am a licensed professional counselor. I'm a therapist.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a therapist.
So when you were younger, was there anything that you wanted to do? Like, did your career obviously did not?
Yes.
What did you
I
wanted
to be a pediatrician.
Oh, I mean,
I
didn't know that.
Pediatrician. In my 8th grade. So back in the day, we used to have them little 8th grade autograph books.
Yeah, we had them too.
Y'all had them?
Yeah, our yearbooks.
Well, no, we didn't. No. You talking about the what I want to do?
No, we had. So it's actually called, and I'll have to bring it on your podcast next time.
Okay.
It's actually an autograph book, and it's just sheets of colored pastel paper, and the kids would sign it, and
Oh,
you would
that's
fold it a certain way.
cute.
Yeah, so you get it at 8th grade graduation, and so you got, and the goal was to get as many people to sign your
But
autograph
that
book.
was like our yearbook. And we used to have people sign the yearbook
And
or a
the front-
t-shirt.
the front
Sign
and
the
back.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the t-shirt.
So, but we literally had autograph books, and in
That's
our
cute.
autograph books, it was like, "What do you want to be?" And I said, "A pediatrician," because for me, this is so interesting. I always like to help people.
You're a helper.
I always liked to help people, and people would always, come to me and ask me questions, and so I was always just a little helper anyway.
And you kind of bossy, so people are kind of drawn to that.
Yeah, I was.
Shake your head, yeah.
I was.
Shake your head, yeah.
I was. But it was a good, it was fun. So, but yeah. So yes. Okay. To answer your question, but I couldn't do blood though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's because I was thinking about naturopathy doctor. Then I'm like taking the IV, sticking people. I said, even if I was good at acupuncture, I still got to stick the needles in.
It don't bleed much. I wanted to be a detective, but I knew I was gonna have to be a police first, and then I knew I was gonna have to figure out who killed who. I was gonna have to go to the crime scene.
Yeah, literally.
And crime scenes just, you don't always go to crime scenes that just happened. He's just now bleeding. Them folks were sitting there for 40, 45 days. I look at my own blood to be passing out. I did it before. I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm cool on that.
But yeah.
Okay.
So now, where are we now?
She said therapist.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
so I work in a private practice. Have clients. I do telehealth and in person.
Is it what you thought it was gonna be?
Yeah.
You know what? It is, because I like what I do, right? Because for me, it's I'm helping people. I'm helping somebody just navigate through a new journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's grief, I can speak to grief. I lost my mom at 15. And grief does not necessarily always have to be a death. You can grieve a relationship. You can grieve
what you thought life was gonna look like.
Yes.
I grieved last week, child.
Yeah. Okay.
So
the timeline of what life should look like.
Yeah. So grief is just not always death. But yeah. So I enjoy what I do. Just making sure that I am staying true to my boundaries, and staying true to how I use my outlet of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Child, because I will put a whole lot of stuff in an Amazon cart and just let it sit there. But for me, that's shopping. I was shopping. I'll go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls.
Love it.
And just walk through the store, and I may put a whole lot of stuff in that cart, and just walk through that store and be like, now you don't need this, you don't need that, you don't need that, and then I'll put it back. But for me, that's my way of not carrying my clients' stuff, and that's just my way of my outlet of what I do, and how I just kind of release.
Yeah, you
all
stretch. You stretch. You go walk on your trail.
I do. I walk. I stretch. So I try to be.
Snack.
I try to be
You
intentional.
snack. Wow.
My mom and dad are the most snackingest people. They're like little kids. Eating a snack. They're eating, and 15 minutes later, eating
sweet
a snack. Popcorn, crackers, cookies, chocolate, ice cream, cookies, cake, pie. Don't
Now,
get me started.
a lot of that is your dad.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah.
But you do be snacking.
You
I do snack.
Snacky
Ginger
line in there.
snaps.
It's not in there no more.
But it was.
It was.
But
Beets.
that's healthy.
Beets.
Beets. Oh, there's nothing wrong with pickled beets, honey. Pickled beets are good. Ginger snaps they're not.
They're very
They're
particular.
healthy. Yeah.
Acquired taste. You know what? One thing about her, for the most part, your snacks, you ain't never got to worry about nobody else eating her
real.
snacks. Baby girl.
Yes. So I try to be healthy snacks.
You do.
I try to be healthy snacks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
Okay, so what's one piece of wisdom that you have about career that you would like to share?
So for me, it's never too late to reinvent yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's never too late. And don't put a timeline on reinventing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that expectation out of there. Take that out. My husband is calling me right now.
We gotta wait. Or we can answer. Tell him we doing a podcast. They call each other all the time. Speakerphone.
Yeah, speak.
I'm good. I'm doing Cynthia wants me to put you on a podcast, but I'm doing her podcast, doing our C and Arie podcast right now.
Seeing them.
Yeah.
So can I call you back?
Seeing them.
Bye.
That's hilarious. How many times a day y'all talk? It depends on the day.
It really depends on the day. It really does. So if I have like a busy schedule, it might only be about once or twice. But if my schedule is not busy, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, 5. I don't know who's counting.
Hey, babe, what you doing? Oh, nothing.
And then sometimes it's intentional.
Oh, nothing.
Sometimes it's intentional. He may need some information or want something, or
Okay, cool.
I'm on my hair. I was leaning on my hair.
All right.
So the advice
She
of career, you said that was it.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be
to
afraid to
reinvent
to reinvent yourself. Yeah, take that expectation of I should be here. I should, be able to do this at this time and this. Take that expectation out and pray about it, right? Pray about where God, is leading you to be, because it may change.
Mm-hmm.
Mine did. So my avenue was definitely different, but at the end of the day, the core of it was helping. Right? So that was always my core.
Yeah.
Was helping. Even coaching was helping, because that coaching turned into teaching kids time management skills. Teaching kids
discipline.
Discipline. And so it wasn't just about
hustle.
Like all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so it wasn't just about just that coaching aspect of it. So it,
I think that goes back to your message about even when you ask for a certain relationship or ask for a certain type of person, that it won't come in the package that you looking for, because when it came to you, like, I just want to help. Okay, I don't necessarily know what that looks like, so it might be coaching, it might be substituting, it might be a therapist, it might be that, blah 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 blah. So
okay, so I do have a question. So the space that we're in, as far as the whole trying to find our purpose or find a career that aligns well with
bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Another one? Oh, okay. I'm like, are you a 3-peater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deuce.
So when it comes down to your career life, your path that you just said that went like this, right? When it came down to that, how did you know that God was in the middle of all of it? Like, was it God ordained? Was it something that you went out the way and did something on your own? Like, how?
Yeah, did you fall into all of these things?
That's a good question. I think for me, I should have been doing the master's in counseling and not doing the master's in psychology.
Says who?
And you're right.
Because I feel like at that time, you said you were reluctant. Like, you didn't even want to, for real. So maybe at that time you weren't ready. So maybe that master's in psychology prepares you for what's, you know what I mean?
I think, my water.
I'm like, I can't read
My water. I think that everything is ordained by God, right? And I also think that even when we go, we may not touch directly on the timing of him.
She laughing, girl, because she done threw the napkin
and
it roll right past. Don't worry about it.
Sorry. We may not go the right correct way. However, God ordained for me, and it's different for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. How do you know if it's correct?
Too, because God already knows the plans before.
Absolutely.
So he already.
We can say it's correct or incorrect. How do we really know? I mean, you outside wilding. That might be the incorrect way.
But he already knew how your life was going to be planned out.
But see,
that's what's saying in the Bible.
It does say that in the Bible. But here's what oftentimes we have free will. Mm-hmm. So yes, he does know our plan, right? However, our free will, we choose to go a certain way. And if that is not the way that he has planned out for us, one thing that I know that he will do is he will incorporate that into your testimony.
Mm. Didn't God already know that Moses was going to disappear for 40 years?
Yeah, because my thing is, I mean, that's a whole side note. We can talk about that later. But my thing is, every time the Israelites did whatever they did, he acted like he was just pissed, like he didn't know what was gonna happen. So I don't not to say that I don't know, but does he? I know he's omnipresent, omnipotent, omnipotent. I said that before, omnipotent. It's because even with Adam and Eve, he come in the garden like, where y'all at? Like he already know. I mean, I already know why he asked what he asked, but the thing is it like, is our free will? Does he know exactly?
I'm gonna give you an example. So you have a little kid. You guys growing up. You did something that you know you wasn't supposed to do. Mm-hmm. I discover it, and I come in and I say, "What did you just do? What am I doing?"
Trying to get me to fess up.
Giving you the opportunity to say what you did. Take responsibility for what you did, recognize what you did, and now that you have done all of that, now I can come in and say, okay, was that the best decision or whatever, right?
I used to hate to get in trouble. Go ahead. I'm just getting some PTSD right now.
So when you guys would be fighting one another, or y'all never really fought, but y'all
did a couple times.
Definitely tell the camera.
Y'all did like argue. So what did I used to make y'all do?
Well, I'm going based off of what y'all said. I don't remember this.
That's crazy.
I don't remember this.
Y'all, one time
I remember everything.
Yeah, we was in we had gotten into it one time. We was in a bowling alley because they used to bowl a lot. It used to come home smell like cigarettes. Anyway.
And we didn't smoke.
Not from there, yeah.
She used to make us hold hands and say, Arie, who's your best friend? And she had to say, Cynthia. And she'd say, Cynthia, who's your best friend? So,
and you would have to say, Arie.
Oh, right.
Oh, girl.
Girl.
You would have to say Arie, and I would tell you both that you two are all each other has. That's your sister. You two are sisters. That is not something that you should be doing. You should be protecting one another.
She's my sister. Yeah, she forced us to be friends. So here we are today.
And then about the t-shirt.
I guess it worked.
What I do with the t-shirt?
You put us in a t-shirt together? Yeah, she did that.
I thought you did. You ain't put us in no t-shirt together?
I don't think she put us in no t-shirt together.
My best friend t-shirt?
I don't remember a best friend t-shirt.
Wow.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember a best friend t-shirt.
I thought y'all shared the story.
I don't know.
Well, this is a part of PTSD. I guess I have lapsed memory.
No, just like
I really thought that we was in a best friend t-shirt.
Like we both had one.
Like y'all put us in a big old shirt.
I don't remember the shirt.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I have to say it didn't happen.
I mean, not to say it didn't happen.
Well, no, I think you will remember if it did.
I don't remember.
So I could be making it up.
Putting you in a t-shirt.
Okay.
I don't remember. I would. My thing was always make y'all hold hands.
Ugh.
And look at each other.
She sure did.
Eye contact.
Yeah, I think that's what did it. I think
that's why you don't like looking at people down.
Yeah, that's you.
No, I definitely don't.
Yeah.
It's too intense.
Okay. All right. So we talked about self-care before. What does self-care look like for you? Because I know we didn't really talk about self-care as you were growing up and stuff like that. It wasn't a thing. Mm-hmm. So what did you do for self-care as you were growing up? What does self-care look like?
Growing up or now?
Growing up.
I don't even know if I focused on self-care growing up.
I mean, because you said you were spoiled. Was there like retail therapy involved? Like, did you like going shopping with?
Yeah, you went
people?
shopping with your Grammy.
Well, you know what? But I was little.
Okay.
You know, so that wasn't self-care. You know, so that's not something that we discussed. You know, as far as self-care. I mean, and then in high school, I was a cheerleader and I ran track. So, you know, you were just busy in high school.
Yeah.
You know, that it wasn't, you just had fun, you know, so it wasn't.
What about your early 20s when you were a stay-at-home mom?
Self-care and even early 20s. I don't even think I labeled it as self-care. But I would go shopping. Your dad would tell me all the time, I'm gonna need you to stop finding sales. I would find sales. He'd be like, I'm gonna need you to stop finding.
It was on
sales.
sale though.
It was on sale, right? So for me, I guess shopping has always been my and I didn't call it self-care. That was just my go-to.
You're a collector of things.
But sometimes it's not good though.
Yeah. They call it hoarding.
You know,
But
speaking
I'm
of
not
hoarding,
a hoard. I don't. I would disagree. I would push you back.
I didn't say.
You said they call it hoarding.
You said,
and I would push
no.
back.
I said they are. You're a collector of things. She was like, yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing though. And I said they call that hoarding. The good thing, the bad thing,
all
in
the
a bad
things.
way. She say organized though, so I guess hoarders don't organize.
Yeah, they do. They know where their stuff is at.
No, that's
No.
that's chaos.
Yeah, that's
chaos to you, but it's still to be organized to them. That way, when they go moving stuff.
You ever seen that show? Buried alive. Buried alive.
Bird alive.
Them folks
they
don't know where nothing is.
Yeah, no, I'm not that bad. No, by no means. And yes, I gotta stay organized. I cannot thrive in chaos. Unorganization, it just does something to me. I itch. I just can't. I gotta stay organized.
You was about to say something.
Yeah, so this is super random, but basically they said that the Disney characters, princesses, are based on mental health illnesses.
Oh,
they said that Ariel, not Disney, of course Disney, people come up with their theories all the time, but they said that Ariel, because she collected things, she was considered the hoarder. And then they talked about Frozen, like not disassociate, schizo, because hot and cold, and they're so they went through the whole Disney.
Really?
Yeah. I think for Belle, she fell in love with her captor.
Oh.
So that's
wow.
what's it called? When you fall in love with the person who kidnapped you. It's right here, Stockholm syndrome.
That's it.
Yeah, so they just kept coming up with stuff. I was like, this is interesting.
I'm about to look into that one.
Okay, that is interesting. Okay,
but yeah, that was a super side note. I felt it was important.
Thank you for the super side note.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the education.
Okay.
So we tapped into love, we tapped into life, we tapped into a few of our stories. Do you have a favorite story
for herself?
Of us.
Oh, of us.
Growing up.
Or one that sticks out.
Yeah, like one that comes to mind, because I know you got a few. But like any vacations or things, experiences that we have.
Yes. So for you, it was your birth.
Yeah.
That just goes down in history. This girl was born at home on the floor, delivered by her dad.
Yep.
That within itself.
Late.
Yes.
How many
I
days
thought
late?
I was late or early.
No, you were late.
Oh, so late.
No, you were late.
On her own
Right
time.
on time.
On her own if I can say anything, when we talk about personalities, and when you literally see kids' personalities, your personality has always been, I'm going to do it when I want to do it on my own time. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That's how she was born.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to come on my due date. And no, I'm going to come when I get ready to. And when I'm ready, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
I'm not mad at you.
You said vacate, but when I heard vacations, it brought to my mind we were living in Atlanta at the time, and we went to Florida. And you were little. I think that was our first visit to Florida. And we are leaving the park for the day, and all of a sudden you just yelled, Simba! We were walking past the
Mufasa.
we walking past their little shop, the little shop, and all I hear is Simba, Simba. So your dad says, let's go back and get that Simba for my baby. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So we went back into the store and got this little Simba doll. And he roared. It was Simba.
It was Simba.
It was Simba.
We got Simba.
Nothing crazy. Just Simba.
Got the little Simba doll that roared, all because Cynthia was yelling. So here's another thing. Cynthia was, I'm trying to think, were you born at the time? I don't think you were born at the time. We driving and we drive past McDonald's. No. Cynthia says, I want some Mickey McDonald's. I want some Mickey McDonald's. So what does her dad do? Stops, pulls around, and go gets her some Mickey McDonald's.
I'm gonna try it
It's giving
now.
spoiled. But you know what now? She don't ask for nothing.
She don't. She don't.
I do be asking for stuff.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, she did just ask me for some money for them shoes.
And she didn't give it to me. I bought them anyway.
No.
I just thought I'd try. And she told me no. So I stopped asking for stuff.
That's because that way you knew the answer already.
I did.
You gotta ask like you
I did.
Dang. I mean, you ain't think your parents was gonna get you no Mickey D's.
I was a baby, like, you just ask for stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So go back to child.
I think no, they just told me no enough. I just stopped asking. I just get it myself.
Well, and now you don't ask. You don't ask because you like, I don't need y'all to get it from me. I'll just get it for myself.
Yeah,
what if I do need y'all to get it for me?
Then open up your mouth.
No, now don't get paid.
You better open up your mouth and
you know the drill.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
One thing I gotta say is, like the older we get, mom gets funnier. So usually, you know how me and my sister are always going back and forth with the jokes. My dad is crazy, so he always joking and playing. But there'll be times where my mom just be kind of like, I'm gonna let y'all do it, because she don't really be trying to joke back and stuff like that. But now,
well, and that's because I never felt like I was quick on the draw. My brain, me and just being quick. Now, but here's the crazy part. I did have a smart mouth as a kid.
Yeah, but being smart and being witty and like quick with jokes is two different things.
Yeah, I can't.
Like, yeah, you got a smart mouth to this day. Yeah. You quick with it. You quick with that.
Funny.
She quick with the smart mouth.
With the slick comments.
Yes.
But not the
joke. What the jokes
comeback,
she get?
the banter.
The comeback.
The banter. Yes,
The banter.
yes.
That's
The
the
banter.
word.
I'm getting better with the
Yeah,
banter.
that's fair.
I'm getting better with the banter.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You
I don't want to.
I said when I want.
Oh, yeah. You're right about
it.
it. Okay, so we wrapping up, but what's one thing that you are most...
This is a long podcast.
Uh-oh.
You tired?
Right. We just get
We don't
started.
get tired.
Well, I just want to make sure that there was nothing that my husband needed.
Oh, we don't have men, so
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well,
And but that's
we can't sympathize.
Well, but
Honestly.
that's one thing, it's just making sure that you keep those lines of communication open, right? And just respecting one another.
I'm not mad. We're gonna wrap it up. What is one thing you're most proud of in your life? And this can be personal. It don't gotta be about me and Arie, but
that's a good question.
Juicy.
I'm proud of a couple things, honestly. I am proud of my kids, for sure, right? I never had to visit a jail cell, you never had to visit a hospital where, y'all got, shot up or whatever, so I thank God for that, for his protection around, my children. I'm also proud of myself. And I'm proud of myself from the perspective of looking back on being a mom of girls, and looking back on losing my mom at such a young age, and where I am now. I am proud of my persistence. I am proud of and grateful and thankful how God just continuously kept his hand upon my life. And yeah, I'm proud of my successes that I have had. I'm proud to be at a place where I am in a career that I enjoy. Yeah, I'm quite sure there are more things that come to my mind that I can't think of.
that's good.
At this moment.
Alright.
Being put on the spot.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
cool.
But I'm proud of you as well.
Yeah, we're proud of you too. I'm proud of you too.
Not that little laugh.
Thank you. That's so sweet. It means, and I'm proud of y'all. So it means something. Well, it means something for your parents to say that they are proud of you, right? And for your children to come back and say that they are proud of you as well. So that really means something. Thank you for that. That's huge, because you don't have to. And you chose to. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any final words?
Yes, of wisdom to the people and to the people in the back. Ooh. Life, love.
If you don't have to, but just a final word.
Or find a little tidbit, your favorite quote, whatever you want to do.
I do have this quote that I do like. Do what you love and love what you do. And don't ask me who said it. Because
okay, so why is that important to you? Why you say it?
I say it because do what you love to do. Because if you're doing what you love to do, it's not a burden for you. It not to say that it comes easy, but you find joy in it. If you're doing what you love doing, you don't find that it's pressure. You don't find that it's stress.
Yeah.
Or
like a chore.
Yeah. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. You don't find it as a chore. So do what you love to do, and then love what you do. Love what you're doing, right? Whatever it is. When I say I love what I do, therapy for me, helping someone else, it's not a chore. It's not a chore for me. And I love it. I just thank God that he created me differently. And I'm embracing that different.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Well, thank you for coming on our podcast.
Yes, thank you.
Sharing your
Thank
wisdom.
you.
Thank you for being our first guest.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. So
That's it.
make sure you all comment down below what's your favorite part. Tell us, if you would love to see more of things like this, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes.
Just because we have this guest, we are hoping that her tribe, gets on here as well. So if this is your first time seeing us, then hey, welcome.
Put your seatbelts on,
because you in for a ride and a treat.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching this video. And until next time, we still in this 30-day challenge. So if you skip the other 6, 7, 8, 9 videos, go and watch them again. Okay. Peace.
Peace.